Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, Big Tree charged with a second murder in Manchester. A Manchester man who police have described as a hitman is to face the court in relation to a second murder charge. He is Nicholas Stewart, otherwise called the Big Tree, a resident and a farmer of Colleyville district in Manchester. Police on Friday charged Stewart for the August 8, 2024 murder of construction worker Nicholas Reed in Cheveley district near Spur Tree. Stewart is accused of chasing Reed before shooting him multiple times at a construction site in Cheveley. He was arrested in April in the Christiana Market. Following his arrest, he was charged in relation to the August 2024 shooting death of a man in northern Manchester. He is also charged with a conspiracy to murder, possession of a prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, and using a firearm to commit a felony. Police accused Stewart of killing Cleon Russell, 32, on Wednesday, August 28, 2024, about 4:30 p.m. at the Line of Parish district near the northeast Manchester South Trelawney border. Police said Russell was at a shop along the Line of Parish Main Road when a blue Toyota Mark X drove up and the Stewart alighted from the car before pouncing on Russell. After a brief conversation, Stewart reportedly opened the fire on the victim, who fell to the ground before more rounds were fired. Stewart reportedly walked away from the scene. The incident was captured on CCTV. Fatal police shooting in St. Catherine. A man was fatally shot during an alleged confrontation with the police in St. Catherine early this morning. They say 2 firearms were seized. The incident happened shortly after midnight. According to the police, cops went to intercept a car with men aboard at the Caymanas entrance to the north-south highway, and a shootout ensued. One man was fatally wounded and the other man escaped. The police say firearms and the cell phones belonging to the men were seized at the scene. The incident is being probed by the Independent Commission of Investigations. 14 guns and over 50 rounds of ammo seized, man arrested, and another being sought. The police are searching for a man as they probe the seizure of 14 firearms and over 50 rounds of ammunition on Deeside Avenue in St. Andrew. The police say another man was taken into custody during the operation, which was conducted on Wednesday. Reports are that at 7:40 p.m., personnel from the Firearms and the Narcotics Investigation Division conducted an intelligence-led operation at the premises, which resulted in the seizure of 14 firearms, 2 rifles, and 12 handguns, 12 magazines, and 57 rounds of ammunition. One man was taken into custody. However, his identity is being withheld pending further investigations. In addition, the division is actively searching for another suspect who evaded the police. Over 800 pounds of ganja seized in toll gate to Clarendon. A St. Elizabeth man remains in police custody in connection with the seizure of over 800 pounds of ganja in toll gate to Clarendon. He is being held on suspicion of breaches of the Dangerous Drugs Act. His name is being withheld as the investigation is ongoing. It is reported that about 11:20 a.m. on Thursday, May 29, police narcotics personnel were in the area and they carried out a mobile patrol stop during which the ganja was discovered. Illegal gun found in soldiers' possession linked to shooting in St. Elizabeth. A soldier who is charged with possession of a prohibited weapon could be facing more legal trouble after it was revealed in the St. Elizabeth Parish Court on Wednesday that the firearm was involved in a shooting that is under investigation. Anthony Scarlett was remanded to return to court on June 6. The court was told that the ballistic report on the firearm seized from the Jamaica Defense Force member was involved in a shooting at La Covia in St. Elizabeth. Mr. Scarlett was held with an illegal gun on April 15 during a targeted operation in the community of Elam. His car was searched and the weapon found. Former Clifton Boys Home employees acquitted of abuse charges. The 3 former employees of the Clifton Boys Home in Darlington, Westmoreland, who were arrested and charged in 2021 for allegedly abusing 8 wards at the facility, have been acquitted of the charges following their latest appearance in the Westmoreland Parish Court. 84-year-old Irene MacDonald, her 62-year-old son William MacDonald, and her 39-year-old granddaughter Rashida MacDonald were acquitted by presiding judge Steve Walters after having their case heard in Savannah Lamar and then in Withorn in the parish. The trio, who were represented by attorney Delford Morgan, were accused of abusing the 8 wards between March 2016 and March 2021. Irene MacDonald, who was a manager of the Clifton Boys Home at the time, was charged with assault occasioning actual bodily harm and unlawful wounding. William MacDonald, the facility's assistant manager, and Rashida MacDonald, a housekeeper, were both charged with assault occasioning actual bodily harm. Following Friday's ruling, Reverend Harley Perrin, the home's former board chairman, told the news that based on his interactions with the 3 MacDonalds, none of them will return to work at the home. The 3 persons have been found not guilty after all these years of going to and from court. Today, the case ended with them being acquitted, and it has finally been finished, said Perrin, who is also the custos of Westmoreland. Mrs. Irene MacDonald had reached the age of retirement and was just holding on a little longer at the time when she and her relatives were charged, so she is out of it now. None of them have any intention of returning there. The 3 family members were arrested in September 2021 after a police probe determined that the 8 boys, who were between ages 10 and 17 at the time, were physically abused by the trio. William MacDonald was accused of using an iron chair to hit the 17-year-old boy. On another occasion, he was accused of hitting a 15-year-old boy with a piece of board and dragging another boy down a set of stairs. Irene MacDonald was accused of beating 4 other children, resulting in bruises and a wound to one of them, while Rashida MacDonald was accused of assaulting 2 boys. The Clifton Boys Home, which was founded by the Anglican Church in 1961, was destroyed by a fire on January 15, 2017, and subsequently rebuilt beginning in 2019. However, in the aftermath of the 2021 abuse scandal at the home, the Anglican Diocese of Jamaica and the Cayman Islands appointed new management to oversee the facility's operations. Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.